What's up, amigos and amigas? Before I get started with today's video, if you can please give this video a thumbs up because it really helps out my channel, and if also you can hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And other than that, let's get started with today's video. So today's video, amigas, what we're going to be talking about, I cannot believe, guys, I cannot believe it's been a year since I've almost had this bag. It's going to be a year next week that I've had this bag, a year since I've been to London, basically like 11 months, maybe 10 months since all this craziness happened. I feel like we've been like this my entire life. I cannot believe it's gonna be a year, guys. I'm gonna be doing my year review on the Prada Nylon reissue. The negatives, the positives, something broke in this bag, and I'm gonna tell you how Prada responded when I brought them the issue. I'm gonna get all into this handbag because this handbag has had many price increases since it came out. It's just absolutely insane, the amount of hype, the amount of replicas, and everything that I've seen in this bag. So we're gonna be talking about it all in today's video. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I purchased this handbag in London. I purchased it at the Selfridges video where I compared this one and the Louis Vuitton one, because I did have the Louis Vuitton multi-pochette as well, because those two were very popular handbags when they came out last year. So I'll also leave that video linked down below, and an actual haul video of me unboxing this bag also linked down below, just in case if you're interested to see what came with it and kind of my experience and everything. Those linked down below. But I bought this in the Selfridges. I remember one of the days that I was in London, I just went midday and I asked for this bag, and they were being, oh, we don't have that bag. Oh, when one of the ladies just told me nicely, like, come back tomorrow morning, we'll probably have the bag. And so I came in the next morning, I bought the bag, and I just said, if you have it, they already had like 3 or 4 shopping bags, Prada shopping bags with this bag on the inside. And they're like, okay, they didn't even bring out the bag. They literally just, because the one that they had to display was the Chinese New Year one where the plaque was red right here, right? And so I paid for it, and they literally just took my card and then they rung it up and they're like, here you go. And then they sent me off my way. And I was like, wait, I want to look at the bag before. And they kind of looked a little disturbed, but I'm like saying, this is a designer item. I'm essentially paying a lot of money for nylon, so I want to make sure the bag's in good condition. So I opened it up. It didn't come with the box, which I was really, I mean, I really don't care, because at the end of the day, I think I've talked about this in a few, if designer items do come in boxes, I probably keep the box in the honeymoon phase, and then after a while I get rid of the box. I think the only brand that I actually keep my boxes for is Chanel items. Other than that, I've gotten many boxes, shoe boxes, I get rid of them. And so it didn't come with the box, but it did come as bags, one for the actual bag and then one for the little nylon piece that's inside right here currently. So I bought, I think I paid like right under $1,000. I want to say maybe $950 or $1,000. We'll just, I think maybe $950 is what I paid for. And this bag currently retails for $1,300 here in the States plus tax. So you're looking about $1,450 for essentially a nylon handbag. And I know a lot of people say that nylon is worth it. I'm not going to pay over about $1,500 for a nylon handbag. Some people justify it, some people don't. Me, when I think about nylon, what is the brand that I think has one of the best nylons out there? Yes, it's Prada, but I actually really think about LONGCHAMP. I think LONGCHAMP, when you think of LONGCHAMP, you really think about nylon. Like, they are the queen of nylon. They have a really decent and very high quality nylon that is for a really great price point. You can get the classic like pliage for $145. They've come out with a lot of mini bags right under that $200 and $250 price point. So think of the queen of nylon. I really don't think about Prada. I actually think about LONGCHAMP. So I'm like saying I'm essentially paying nylon for Prada. So keep that in mind. Like, at the end of the day, yes, this is a designer item. Yes, this is, at the end of the day, I think you really are paying a lot for the branding. And right now in 2021, now would I pay $1,450 for another Prada handbag? Is no. I think at $1,000, I think that's where I would cap it out. And I'm glad that I was able to buy this in London. I got the VAT, it was like a little bit less, and I got it before several price increases. So I think I got a really great price for it, and I got it right when it kind of came out last year. I think this bag actually kind of came out, I believe, like in November, December of 2019, and then all of 2020 is popular, and now we're in 2021. This has been a very popular bag, and it's had a very strong growth, like due to social media, due to TikTok videos, due to YouTubers, seeing it on Instagram. I think this has really pushed it to have price increases. the demand for replicas, and just this bag has become such a hot bag. So that is a little story of me getting this bag. So when you purchase a handbag, obviously we already know what comes with it. It comes with this right here. It comes with the strap. Now some people told me that their Prada is a little bit different. Mine says Prada, Prada, and Prada, and some people have told me that theirs doesn't. I'm not really sure why, but mine does say Prada throughout the strap on here. And then here is a little pouch right here. So I'm actually going to be telling you what broke and how Prada actually responded. So like I said, I've had this bag for a year. This happened about 2 months ago, but I wanted to make sure this 1-year review came up before I sent this off to repair, because I didn't know if I was going to get it in time, because I knew that I wanted to do this video. So one day I was just walking and my friend was like, what's wrong with your Prada bag? And so she pointed it out, and that's when I figured out. It says Prada Re-Edition 2005, and I don't know if you can, so whenever you put the bag in, obviously you put it in through here. That's how it loops in your bag. But I don't know if you guys can see that. Inside the loop right here, some of it came out where it's like open. I don't know if you guys can see that. It kind of opened up right there. So the glazing issue has kind of popped out. I don't know if it's because of me, because I go through phases where I keep the clichet, where I don't keep the clichet, where I take it off, where I put it on. The bag has been thrown in the back of a car. I let many of my friends borrow it, so it's been through a lot. But I do want to point out that in my bag, this happened. And when I called Prada, I was expecting to have kind of like a Louis Vuitton response where they kind of would blame me for it and say that it was kind of my fault. But when I called Prada, they told me, oh, send it into your nearest Prada boutique. They'll be able to assist you. I told the lady, unfortunately in Dallas, there is no Prada boutique, which that's really weird. You would think that Dallas would have a Prada boutique. They don't. There's only one inside Neiman Marcus. That's the only place where you can really buy Prada bags. Neiman Marcus, North Park Center. And so he told me to just send it off to repair, and that it would be free as long as I send it in before the 1-year anniversary. So like I said, I'm about week 51 in. So after this video, I'm gonna go through the email. I'm actually gonna send this off to repair Monday morning. And so yeah, I did want to say that this did upset me, but I like the tone and I like how Prada took care of it, because I've seen other places and other stores where like other designer stores where they'll kind of blame you as a reason. And I know Louis Vuitton is a very big player in that world. They say, well, you mistreated it, maybe the bag was outside in the sun a lot. Like they really try to blame you as a customer and really kind of blame you, or they'll charge you for the repair. Prada said they will take care of this to send it into their repair shop. I will get it back within a couple weeks, but it will be free. So I really appreciate that Prada actually looked after me in this situation, and they are going to do the right thing and they are going to repair it, because I know in other brands they'll be the first ones to charge you hundreds of dollars their items to get repaired, but yet there's price increases and the quality decreases. So I am really appreciative that they are doing that. Like I said, I was really upset when that happened, but la mera verdad, their response to it and how they took care of me as a client really made me happy. And so that did happen. It did rip, and I haven't used that. That's been inside of the bag here, or I'll leave it in a drawer and it's just sitting there until it gets repaired. So now that I'm actually filming this review right now, I am going to be sending it off to repair. As the nylon that I want to talk about, so I'm going to take everything off here. And keep in mind, like I said, this has been through so many friends. Like, I'm a really good friend. I let a lot of my peeps borrow them, and I will say some friends than others are a little bit more rough on this handbag than I am. I'm very careful, but I know that the Prada nylon or nylon is very durable, so I don't care if they got a scratch. I don't care what happened to it, because I knew that it's going to be easy to clean off. So like I said, I don't really let a lot of my friends borrow my bags now, but earlier last year I did, and I want to say this is probably one of the most durable bags that I have. So as far as the Prada plaque, I don't know if you guys can see that. There are a little bit chipping, but the chipping is through the chain. So if you do have the chain through here, this chain will touch this plaque right here. And there are a little bit of indentations on top of the Prada. I don't know if you guys can see that. There are like a little bit of indentations here just by it hitting it. So if you are going to have the chain here, just know that you are going to get a little bit of scratches here at the little Prada logo. So just letting you guys know that. For me, it did bother me a little bit in the beginning, but I just know that it's just part of the bag. So it just, you know, I do like the look of the chain up in the front. So if it scratches a little bit, it's fine by me, but it did bother me right at the beginning. As far as the piping of the bag, the piping is actually really good. It's been holding up really well. Like I said, this is more of an thorough review for the ones that have been asking me about this handbag, because this is a highly requested handbag that I've been getting asked, is it worth the money? The piping has been really good. The nylon is a little dirty. I just have to clean that myself. So I have like a spot right here, I have a spot right here, I have a spot right there, but this will come off with a little bit of dish Dawn soap, just like a little bit. It will be back as new, so there's nothing wrong with that. Those are just things that happen when you wear the handbag. And the front looks absolutely good. I have nothing wrong to say. There's no tears, nothing has happened. Like I said, this bag has been through a lot. This has been I wore this out in London the day that I bought it. It's been with me to Denver, it's been to me with LA. Like, this bag went a lot of places towards me, and I took it through thick and thin, and it's been holding up really well. I will say that I did scratch the nylon a little bit. The nylon is durable, but if you do put it on surfaces, you can kind of scratch it a little bit, and I do have like a little scratch throughout the nylon. So you guys can see that. You can only really see it in kind of the naked eye, but there is a little scratch right here in the nylon, but that doesn't seem to bother me. I think I did get the wear, and this bag did get really beat up in the year that I had it, so it's been holding up, and you can't really see it. You have to really see it in natural lighting through a naked eye, even through the fluorescent lighting. It has the Prada plaque, and then on the inside is I'm just gonna reverse it out. I don't recommend for you guys to do this to your bag, but I'm just gonna do it for this video. The inside of the bag has happened, no tear on the lining of the bag. It did fray a little bit here where it says, I believe it says where it came from. It says 7D, and right there is a little bit fraying, but it says made in Italy right here. But the interior on the inside of the bag, the lining, has been holding up pretty well. I don't have anything negative to say about that. That's what I like nylon, because you can turn it inside out and the bag literally looks perfectly. As far as the chain, like I said, this chain has been holding up pretty well. It doesn't have a scent. You know how like certain chains have a scent after you wear it a lot, or if you're caught in the rain or anything. It hasn't tarnished, nothing has happened. The chain has been holding up pretty well, so I will give a kudos to the chain. As far as this little puppy right here, this is probably the reason why I wear the bag the most, is because I can fit my credit cards here. So I can put a credit card, my ID, and if I go out in town or if I'm running a bunch of errands, I like that I don't have to open my entire handbag, that I can just pull out my form of payment or my form of identification through here. And it has a little Prada in silver. You open it up, Prada made in Italy. You can flip it in. It's really good. Nothing bad to say. This is my favorite part of the bag, is this. I think this is what makes me, and that's why I purchased the bag. And as far as the strap has absolutely no wear on it. Maybe a little bit scratching on the hardware, but like I said, that's kind of natural wear and tear. That's nothing to do with the handbag. But this is the strap here, nothing wrong with say. A little bit more on the taller side. I'm about 5'11", and I tend to use this one maybe a little bit more towards the end of it. And if it's perfectly about the back, all the pieces, I like all the pieces except the clochette did come out apart, and that's probably the only con that I would say about this. So let's go ahead and go towards the end of the video. So the cons of this bag is that for me, the clochette did rip, and it is kind of an inconvenience for me to kind of have to ship this out and get this back in. This shouldn't happen when you buy a bag that's over $1,000, I will say that. But like I said, they took care of it, so you know, it is what it is. It was a con. The second con is the amount of price increases of this handbag. At the end of the day, it is a nylon bag. It is a nylon bag. It is starting to get a little bit overpriced in my opinion, and right now $12.90 I think is a pretty okay price. But once this bag goes over $1,500, the price point of this bag, so once this bag goes $1,500, I would say I don't even think it's worth it. Because when you think about it, this little makeup bag that I got from the Prada outlet was $100, right? And it has the same plaque. This hardware seems to be a little bit more nicer than the hardware here, the zipper, and it's lined on the inside. And so, I mean, obviously they're not the same size, but if this is $100 at the Prada outlet, or at the Prada outlet they have like nylon little makeup bags that are like $200, and they're making a profit on that. Imagine how much they're making a profit off this bag. Like saying, there's nothing wrong with that. Consumerism, and people will buy what they want, but question the price point at some point. So if they're having makeup bags for $250, $200, and they're making a really good markup on it, imagine the markup on this handbag. So I think, in my opinion, once this handbag gets over $1,500, I don't think it's worth it right now. I think if you do want this bag and you do see the wearability that you'll get on this bag, I would say it's worth it. But later on in the future, let's say a year from now, if you're watching this in 2022, if this bag is over $1,500, I don't think it's worth it at all. I think this bag should have stayed at the price point that it is. I know that it's really popular in the moment, so maybe that's why. I think it is worth it if you do want this bag in your collection. This has probably been the most used handbag in my collection. When I look at all my handbags in my handbag wall, I look at the leathers, the fabrics, all these different materials. The bag that really has gotten the most wear in my collection within the last year has been the Prada Nylon. It has been wearing really nice. I do think when I bought it in the UK for $1,000, I know that it was worth it. And I also get compliments on this bag left and right. I get my opinions left and right. Shipped by Louis Vuitton. I bought this one here. I always get questions asked which one to which one. I don't like the Louis Vuitton. I think monogram is going out. I don't care for Louis Vuitton at all. I sold the bag and I love this one right here. This bag is absolutely beautiful. This bag is absolutely stunning, and this bag you'll get a lot of wear out of. Like I said, I have many bags in my collection, and this is probably the most worn handbag of last year, because when I didn't wear it, one of my friends wanted it for their vacation. When I didn't wear it, one of my friends wanted to borrow it to go on a date. So this bag got so much wear by different amounts of people. And so I think that this was really a good purchase, because not only did I get a lot of wear out of, a lot of my friends got a lot of wear out of it. I will say that the Prada Nylon reissue worth it. And if you're still going for this bag, if you're still wanting to get this bag, I think it's still worth it, and I think it's a handbag to get. Like I said, once this puppy goes $1,490 or $1,500, I would say there's other better alternatives out there. Nylon holds up pretty well. I have a few Longchamp pieces in my collection and I have nothing wrong to say about them. So if you're probably looking for kind of like, I'll leave some Longchamp ones down below. But my review of this, say I would give it a 9 out of 10. Like I said, the only cons is the price increases and the little incident with the cliche. Other than that, I don't have anything wrong to say. This goes with everything. I can dress this up, I can dress this. Now I will say I don't really wear this a lot if I'm going to formal dinners. I don't think that this is appropriate for formal dinners or for more kind of upscale dinners. If I'm going to the bar, if I'm going out and about, if I'm going to a concert, which I have, I will wear this bag right here. But if I'm going to a nicer dinner, I don't think that this is the most appropriate. If you are thinking about this one or the leather one, if you are going to be using it for a more upscale, more nicer restaurant or nicer evening, I would probably go for the leather one, because I feel like the leather one with the chain would be absolutely beautiful and stunning too. But for everyday wear, and for me, I use this bag a little bit more during the day. I think that this is absolutely worth it. I would say go for it, guys. If you do want it, go for it. Go for it before the next price increase. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about buying the Prada reissue, the 2000, the one that doesn't have the crossbody / shoulder strap, the one that just has a strap on it. Nude color, it's about $7.95, and I will probably purchase that bag. It's still kind of like yes or no, but I do really like the functionality of this, and this is a forever handbag in my collection. This is the only Prada handbag that I have other than this little makeup bag here. This is the only Prada bag that I currently have. I would never see myself ever getting rid of this. This is something that I see myself giving to my children, grandchildren, to, you know, this is the bag that I see myself having for the long run. You know, I do have those handbags where I may have it for a little bit, but then, you know, I may fall out of love with. But this is a forever handbag in my collection. These are things that, this is a handbag that I would never get rid of. Yeah, I would love to hear your opinions down below on the Prada Nylon. Do you think it's worth it? Do you not think it's worth it? Do you think it's still hot? Do you think it's a hot item? Do you think it's not a hot item? I think when this bag isn't as popular as it is now, I think that this is still a timeless. I think you can never go wrong with a Prada Nylon. I think Prada Nylon always kind of goes in and out. But even when it's out, when people still wear it, it's still current and it's still classic. I don't think it will ever date, particularly if you get like a black color, the nude color, depending what color you get and the style. But if you just get the classic one, you'll have this in your wardrobe forever. So if you're looking for a nice forever piece or something you can have for many years, I think it's still worth it. I think it's still a good handbag. And like I said, this was my most used handbag of last year. Now that I kind of, because I was thinking about it, what was my last used handbag of last year? And it was this one right here. So yeah, I want to say thank you so much for watching this review. I'm gonna start doing a little bit more reviews on handbags because I always get questions about it. So the next one I'll probably do is this book tote. I have this for about 18 months now, so I kind of want to do a thorough review on it, and then I want to do like a Bottega Veneta one and some other brands. But yeah, this one is going to be Sergio's Secret approved, 9 out of 10, and I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions on this handbag down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I love each and every single one of you, and if you can please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next video, because I post a video Monday through Friday on design temporary fashion. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any one of my uploads. Y los miro en la próxima video. And right now I'm doing a Gucci giveaway. If you want to participate, I'll leave the link down below. Muchísimas gracias por mirando y los miro en la próxima video. Bye guys, que se cuidan mucho.